Alors, revenant sur les provocations agréables de Quentin, je dirais deux choses. La première, il y a une différence majeure entre l'Europe et la Russie. La Russie donne la priorité à la grandeur de l'État sur le bonheur de ses citoyens, et de manière totale, parfois exagérée. L'Europe donne la priorité au bien-être de ses citoyens sur le rôle qu'elle pourrait jouer dans le monde. Nous ne sommes pas dans le même système. Personnellement, je préfère vivre dans l'Union européenne, mais c'est autre chose, on ne choisit pas cela. Le dernier point, c'est une remarque sur ce que tu as dit toi-même. Je ne crois pas que les Chinois sont obsédés par les Japonais. Les Japonais sont obsédés par les Chinois, mais la réciproque n'est absolument pas vraie, et ça fait partie du problème d'identité japonais. Ils sentent bien que l'histoire n'a pas été dans leur sens au cours des dernières décennies.
Okay, thank you very much. We've just 5 minutes, even less, but I want to get Kemal Dervish, you wanted to come in.
Non, j'aimerais, Kemal Dervish de la Brookings Institution, j'aimerais demander une question à Dominique surtout. Et je crois qu'il y a un déséquilibre exagéré, nouveau, qui n'a jamais été aussi fort entre la puissance économique et la puissance militaire, du moins la puissance militaire destructive, peut-être pas la puissance militaire qui a la capacité de contrôler. Dominique, tu as dit que l'Amérique perdait beaucoup, mais sur le plan militaire, malgré tout, au niveau de ses capacités technologiques, de sa force de frappe militaire, je sais que ça ne veut pas dire qu'elle arrive à contrôler ce pays ou l'autre, mais elle a une capacité de destruction inégalée et un monopole là-dessus qui n'existait pas même il y a 20 ou 30 ans. Donc d'un côté, c'est vrai que sa part de l'économie mondiale diminue très lentement, mais diminue quand même nettement, mais de l'autre côté, il y a cette superpuissance militaire qui la laisse seule dans un sens, et là, je dirais que le monde reste unipolaire sur le plan purement militaire. Est-ce que tu ne penses pas que cette contradiction, disons, ce déséquilibre est un des problèmes que nous avons et aussi une des explications du comportement américain?
Thank you very much, Kemal. Now, I have two questions over here, yes?
Asiad Salhalawi, Ambassador at Large of His Majesty, I'd like to ask one question to our Israeli friends to save on my future contribution, and make a call to them for the support of the last declaration of Rabat that has been concluded at the initiative of His Majesty the King, which is President of the Committee Al-Quds. And I would like them really to support it, because I would like to recall very briefly just 3 facts.
Well, he won't have time to answer you at all.
No, but if you allow me, because this is important, I think, and probably because women as well have not been speaking as much as all you men. So if you allow me.
I'm overwhelmed.
So I would like very simply to recall that the centrality of the Palestinian cause in the heart of the Moroccans is probably equal only to the distance that separates Morocco from the theater of the drama. Second, I would like just to recall, but is there a need to do that Morocco has always been extremely active, first to protect the rights and preserve the rights of his Jewish sons at the very black moment of their history by Mohammed V, and third, that the efforts which have been deployed have been extremely substantial to trying to reach peace. So I would like that this appel of Rabat should really be taken into consideration, especially that they claim that they are from the camp of peace. I would like, however, to make a very, very small question. Were it not for the human rights limitation that Mr. Shetrit claimed, what could Israel do more? More excessive force, deprivation of more land, of the only 22% which are left by the settlements of the land that has been conceded, or more deprival of rights? So I would like to have a very quick answer to that. Thank you.
Now, was there a question right beside you? Yes. We've 2 minutes left.
Thank you, Chairman. I think this has been a lively discussion, and thank you for leading it. Just 3 quick points. First of all, I don't myself see evidence that America is in decline. So I would be interested in the panel's, especially Dominique's, evidence that it's in decline. It has about the same share of the international economy as it's had for the last 20 years. It's a preeminent military power. There really is no diplomatic issue anywhere that can be dealt with successfully without the Americans. And I sometimes do think that those who see America in decline, as they, by the way, saw it in the 1950s, the 1960s, the 1970s, the 1980s, and so forth, the wish is the father of the thought. Second, I do want to disagree with Dominique. I do not believe that China is a status quo power, and we don't have time to discuss it now, but I believe that China, and if you doubt this, read the People's Daily, wishes to undermine the American alliance system in Asia and works every day to do that, so I don't know how you could call it anything except a revisionist power. And then the third point is, and again, I'd be interested in the panel's reaction if there's time, Chairman, which is, it seems to me the main problem we face internationally is that there's no penalty for bad behavior.
Exactly.
There's no penalty for bad behavior. And is there a way through beginning with the Security Council to begin to have a new willingness on the part, and you've directed us in this way, Mr. Chairman, to begin to punish bad behavior, because we give quite the opposite message to the miscreants and the rogues, which is that we talk incessantly about their bad behavior and do nothing about it. Thank you, Chairman.
That's right.
Thank you very much indeed. Look, I regret to say that I have to bring this session to a close, and if I even begin to get everybody on the panel to come back in, we will not be able to close. I therefore think your questions will have to be answered afterwards, or in interventions from the floor, or something else. Otherwise, we will hopelessly overrun, and Thierry will never invite me to come back again. So I would like you to thank the panel very much for their contributions, and I'm sure the debate will continue.